I've been playing The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom thanks to our friends at Nintendo since the launch of the game. And you may be asking yourself, Adam, where is the review for this game? First of all, we have a review coming up very soon from our friend Wondrous Will. He has finished the game, he's rolled credits on it, and he has a lot of insight to provide in a full review that will be coming out very soon right here on youtube.com/megadads. The second part of that is I have been finding myself struggling with my feelings about this game. So I want to take this time to explain some of the things that I'm struggling with in Tears of the Kingdom and kind of work through my feelings, and they may be incompatible with your views on Tears of the Kingdom. This is a game that has a lot of varied paths, and everybody who plays it a little bit differently. So my experience, I very well understand, may be unique to me, but this is what I'm struggling with, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Now, the crux of my argument here is that Breath of the Wild was peak Nintendo and peak Zelda at the time. There have been many years since then, and we've played many, many games that have taken that formula, iterated, and improved upon it. Tears of the Kingdom comes in and does a lot of the same things incrementally better, but not enough to the point where I think that this game is winning me over the way Breath of the Wild did. A lot of that stems from the controls. I'm constantly fumbling with the button mapping in this game. Every button has multiple uses depending on combinations and inputs, and I find it very user unfriendly, especially when you're 43 years old and you have a hard enough time just buttoning your shirt in the right slot so that your shirt's not crooked. I need a lot of assistance, and games today provide that. On the last episode of Mega Dads Live, we were speaking a lot to the way that video games today cater themselves to the user and have great accessibility so that folks like me who don't have the best dexterity anymore can still enjoy that game. I don't think Zelda gives a shit how old I am and how useless my thumbs are. The game commands a lot of you in regards to control. I find it to be a barrier to my enjoyment to Tears of the Kingdom. The combat is not good. The combat is just not good. I have to pillage many a shrine before my hearts are even close enough to attack the weakest of enemies. I'm constantly being one-shot killed in this game, even though I'm about 20 hours into it, and that to me is absolutely absurd. Despite my skill level, what may or may not be, I remember the Guardians and the Lionels. That is where you should struggle to overcome these grand bosses and these impressive huge beasts. But when I am killed by a bokoblin with a backpack full of apples in one hit, that's bullshit. I shouldn't have to grind for over 20 hours to be able to slay the most baseline enemy in this game, and I find myself doing that. I'm constantly getting my ass kicked. My Link eats so much. He's just constantly shoveling in steak and rice balls because my health is always at zero, because I suck at the combat, and this game is unforgiving and unrelenting and insisting that you go hour after hour after hour after hour after hour, shrining your way up to a point where you can actually fight back. The sense of discovery in Tears of the Kingdom, much diminished from Breath of the Wild. And it's not why you think. It's not because they're recycling the Hyrule map. In fact, I didn't have an issue with that at all. The land of Hyrule is so vast and has so many secrets to hold. Firstly, I didn't discover probably half of them in my playthrough of Breath of the Wild. And secondly, it's just so grand in scale that I don't remember many of the pivotal areas in this game. No, I think the reason that the sense of discovery is less is because the new areas introduced in it are not very interesting at all. The Skylands are sparse, and there's not much interesting in there other than some collectibles to find. And the Darklands below I find just incredibly frustrating. Takes that difficulty in the combat and stacks a whole bunch of more obstacles on top of it, which leaves the land of Hyrule, which is still as stunning as ever. I love exploring Hyrule. I think the new additions and map refreshes that they've added to it actually make it less interesting. I don't like all the big boulders falling from the sky and the pools of icky red goo. I think it's less visually stunning as it was in Breath of the Wild, which is kind of weird to say. I don't find exploring the world as fun and interesting as I did in Breath of the Wild, which is sad because I really think that the exploration and the discovery is what makes these games so great. Phew! So you're saying to yourself, Adam, you don't like this game. Wrong. I love this game. I love Tears of the Kingdom. It's fantastic. And it takes one of my favorite games of all time and it improves upon it. So why am I dogpiling on all these issues? My feelings on this game are extremely complicated because while I do love it, I am frustrated to no end by some of these design choices and some of the gates that seem to be slamming in my face, preventing me from enjoying this game at that same level as I was Breath of the Wild. Gaming has come very far since Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom doesn't seem to want to acknowledge that, which is extremely frustrating for me, despite the fact that I do love it and I am having a good time. I just want it to be more. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. But don't fret, if you absolutely love Tears of the Kingdom, more power to you. There's so much here to love, and somebody else who really loves Tears of the Kingdom is Wondrous Will, who will be providing our full Mega Dads review very soon right here on youtube.com/megadads. Please look forward to that and look forward to me coming back throughout the weeks and months as I continue to invest in this game. Who knows, my opinion may change when I roll credits on it. Thank you so much for watching this Mega Dads video. We hope that you like and subscribe to this channel. We have so much more great content coming to you in the lands of Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. This is where gamer life meets real life. We'll see you next time.